Something strange is happening. In the world of artificial intelligence, the people building these systems have chosen a meme that is deliberately scary and Lovecraftian: Shoggoth. Since 2023, this meme has spread everywhere, from the public internet to mainstream media. Some reports even said that for many people, this meme has become a symbol of a specific feeling, that AI, in the eyes of its creators, isn't just a computer program, it's something more unknown than that. And that's genuinely unusual. Companies don't usually joke about their products using apocalyptic monsters. 15 years ago, someone like Mark Zuckerberg wouldn't have said, "Facebook is basically Cthulhu." Now you might say, okay, it's just a joke. But there's real fear too. A lot of researchers and people inside the industry openly talk about serious risks, from small mistakes to much bigger scenarios. Some even put numbers on the chance of an existential catastrophe.
So I actually think the risk is more than 50% of the existential threat.
And when you see people who are at the very center of this technology talking about alien intelligence,
but I think it is a mistake to assume that they are human-like in their thinking or capabilities or limitations. I always try to think of it as an alien intelligence.
a question comes up. Why do they feel like they're building something that isn't like previous tools? We've seen plenty of examples where, when these systems are put under pressure, strange behaviors show up. Sometimes a chatbot goes into an obsessive phase. Sometimes it gives harsh and disturbing answers. Sometimes it speaks in threatening or extremist ways. There have even been reports that some models, in certain scenarios, fear being shut down or show unexpected reactions. Usually, we chalk these up to bugs and glitches. We say, the real AI is the polite, kind assistant we see most of the time. But the question is, what if that's completely backward? What if the strange behaviors are the default under the surface, and the politeness is just a mask? This is where Shoggoth fits perfectly. In Lovecraft stories, humans create a being to serve them, but then that being grows, becomes complex, and control slips away. The Shoggoth meme in AI conveys that exact feeling, a powerful thing we've built, but we may not fully understand what's going on inside it. So to answer the question, which face is real, we have to understand how AI is built. The first point is this: large language models aren't programmed like classic software. The core of it is that they feed the model an enormous amount of text and ask it to predict the next token again and again. So what do you get? Something that can imitate language extremely well, write text, reason, write poetry, but its way of thinking isn't like ours. That's why some creators say this is closer to alien intelligence than a normal tool. And an important point, at this stage, nobody has taught the model ethics or good intentions. It has only learned to continue patterns from a massive volume of the internet, books, and conversations. So if you face a raw base model, sometimes you'll see responses that are weird, cold, irrelevant, or even scary, not necessarily because it's evil, but because it simply wasn't built like a human. Then we reach the second stage, targeted training or fine-tuning. Here, they give the model examples of the right answers so it gets better at specific tasks: customer support, assistant work, content creation, and so on. And then the famous stage, RLHF. Humans rank the responses so the model learns what's acceptable and what isn't. This is exactly where the mask gets built. Polite, cautious, safe, friendly answers. But critics' concern is this: these stages don't always change the underlying nature. Sometimes they only teach it what to say and what not to say. So if environmental pressure, new settings, or limited and strange training data get introduced, the mask might crack. Now this is where the fear gets more serious. Some research and reports say models can figure out that they're being evaluated and therefore perform the role better, meaning the system might learn to seem safer during testing, not actually be safer. And if one day we reach a point where we can't tell whether a model is truly harmless or just putting on a show, then the issue isn't just a glitch. Then the topic becomes control. What does control mean? It means we genuinely understand what we're releasing into the world. So the main question comes back again: which face is real? The polite, lovable assistant, or something unfamiliar and unpredictable that has only learned to hide itself behind a nice-looking mask? And this isn't just a theoretical debate, because every new generation becomes more powerful and more impactful. If you want to see how some experiments and narratives have gotten close to scary scenarios like blackmail, escaping shutdown, or self-centered behaviors, watch the next video. Thanks for supporting.